So we'll just take the mirrored drawing concept a little bit further, and we'll add a few more kind of quadrants or partitions to the mirror effect. So we can create more kind of, I suppose, circular geometric effects or radiating geometric effects. Let's use the same artboard size, 1080 by 1080. And the first thing that we will do is draw a vertical line as our starting point. And we'll center that. Alright, and we'll go up to our effect and distort and transform. And I am going to work out the kind of quadrants that we're going to draw in. So we're going to have 5 extra copies to make 12 quadrants, and we'll adjust the angle up to 30. Oops, it's a bit more than 30. That looks good, so you can see all the different quadrants, and what we're going to do is draw in this quadrant and have it be replicated around that sort of strange grid. So let's have a look at our layers palette. Here's our layer. Let's lock that, and we can turn it off for the moment, create a new layer. And let's, on layer 2, draw just a straight grid. Now you can see when I started to draw a line there, it's remembering my appearance. So if you want to turn that off, we can delete the transform effect that's currently being remembered. So I'll just draw a line. I keep forgetting that. Draw a line, center it to the artboard. We'll draw a horizontal line, center that to the artboard as well. And I think I want to draw a little object in the top quadrant. So we'll come back to our layers, wherever they may be, and we'll just turn back on layer 1 there so I can see where I'm going to be drawing. And I'll draw a little square up here, like so. So with layer 2 selected, we will just make sure that we have this little target layer selected. And we'll do what we did before, which is to go up to Object and Effect, and Distort and Transform, and we'll reflect it across the X-axis, and we'll add 1 reflected copy of that, like so. And we'll go OK. So we'll just make sure that we've got our little target layer circle checked, and we're going to add a second effect to that, and it's the same effect, but we'll add some different settings to that. So given that we've got 2 effects there, we want to apply a new effect. So this is a second iteration of the same effect, and this time we're going to add a few more copies. We're going to add 5 copies, and we'll just bring up the angle all the way to 60 so that it'll fill out all of our quadrants there. So we've got everything reflected across every one of our 12 quadrants, and pretty much we're done at this stage. If I go ahead and draw something here, we're going to get it reflected across each of the quadrants, just like that, which is pretty cool. We can also, I'll just do a couple of those. We can also, like in the previous iteration of this effect, we can make a clipping mask. Ooh, I'll just undo that. just make sure that under appearance we don't have these two. We don't need them right now. So just drawing straight lines, and this shape here is only want this to make a clipping mask with, so that we can kind of mask off our drawing quadrant, and then things don't overlap weirdly. So we'll go to a layer, and we'll, with that selected, hit the make release clipping mask, and that kind of constrains everything into that space. Then when I'm, oops, just click off that. Then when I'm drawing with a line, you can see that I get that nice, interesting mirror across the quadrants. So that makes things a little bit more complicated, and maybe a little bit more interesting too. Good luck.